Thank you. First of all, I would like to thank the organizers, especially Arjun Gautami and Ratnesh Jain. So today we are going to speak about the topic called AI-driven pull request that helps you in smarter reviews and faster matches. Before that, I would like to introduce myself. I'm Kanakasabapati Rajkumar, and I'm a senior iOS developer for the past 10 years of experience, and I'm specialized in concurrency and a Swift package manager. I'm a part of organizing team in Swift Bengaluru community and a co-author and a podcast host at swiftpublish.com. And yeah, today's agenda is like what are pull requests, code reviews, and PRs like real life example and developer scenario. And also we will go through the why PR is must. And nowadays most of the companies are using the PR and creating the PRs and reviewing the code. But we might face some problems, and we will be talking about the problems and then how AI will be enhancing the code reviews. And we have certain tools, and we can have an overview and a comparison of those, and we can have a live demo and then takeaways along with the question and answer. Let's dive into this um, uh, topic. So first, let's take an real life example. Like we have an author like he who writes a story, and story goes to the an editor. They check for the mistakes and suggest some changes, and then enhance it. So once it is good, the book will be added to the library, and this shows that how writing a book is a team effort, and final version will be cleaner and much better because of the collaboration. Similarly, we can talk about the developer scenario. So same, like a developer writes a code and creates a pull request, and he's like, I have written some code, please check it. And the reviewer will be looking at the pull request, and they check the code and give the feedback and approve it. So after the review, code will be merged to the main project, like that would be a final version or something before going to the live version. So good code comes from a teamwork, and now AI tools can help us review faster and smarter, like having an assistant to help the reviewer. So let's take the review in action. So we have certain tools like GitHub Copilot, CodeRabbit, and Snake. So those tools will be really helpful for code review. And once the developer creates a pull request, that the code will go through the review process, and the AI tools will be helping out, just like a smart assistants. I just give you a GitHub Copilot that helps you to write a better code as well, and a code rabbit that helps with the like join as a reviewer and giving smart comments and suggestions, and a snake that checks with the security concerns. So it should not have a risky in the production code. So these tools will make the review process faster and smarter and safer also, and saving our time. So think of them as a AI teammates, always watching and always helping us. Yeah, why peer reviews matter? So PRs are essential for collaboration and code quality. So a good PR review helps catching the bugs and share knowledge and improve everyone's work. And there will be some delays. Sometimes PRs sit waiting for review. This slows down the entire team and blocks the progress as well. There will be some inconsistent reviews. Some reviewers gives a detailed feedback and others don't. So this leads to an uneven code quality. And we are all human, so we make mistakes. And reviewers might miss bugs and overlook a bad pattern. So mistakes do happen. So So why code review? So catching bugs early. So reviewers like help spot issues before the code goes alive, and it is easier to fix problems early. Ensure code quality and consistency. Everyone writes a code differently and different design, different pattern. So, anyways, the reviewers help us to follow the certain code standards and also best practices as per the official documentation gives, and also sharing the knowledge across the team. So, reviews are always a great way to help from each other and keep the code maintainable. So clean and reviewed code is easier to update in the future. So you can check this tweet. So like if tweet perfectly sums up the real world peer frustrations, reviewing 10 lines, hours of pointing out every single mistake. But in case of reviewing 500 lines, one casual looks good to me and he just approve the PR. And after reviewing a bad code review, developer feeling tired after bad PRs. And some people just are lazy. They say looks good to me, and that's how they have done. And this is an example of fast review. And it's a bad review, like you can say it's a security violations, those concerns. This would be painful also. And for this we need to avoid those things. So how AI can fix this? As you know, code reviews are always hard, and AI tools don't replace reviewers. Okay, so clearly the code reviews are messy and slow sometimes. Sometimes we rush faster. Sometimes like we
Excuse me,
might
sir.
be sorry.
Sir, I have a doubt.
Yeah.
Yeah, sir. As you mentioned earlier that while reviewing codes, is it better to add comments in like specific lines of code so that the reviewer can understand better the codes?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, how would you like explain like what would be a good code block to you if you were to review a particular code block which was merged, and how would you review that? Like on what basis? Could you please explain that?
Yeah, generally, I'll be showing this screenshot later. But for example, like in a pull request or a code review summary, we need to provide the proper comments for sometimes like they might not follow the checklist as per the coding standards or some like exposed variables. Those things we should avoid it. So and also security concerns, we need to our security related problems will occur. So sometimes the clear point of the clear review will not be there. So that mess up the code as well. And for example, some might not follow the certain architecture. For example, our whole project is based on the Viper, and some might take a shortcut of doing those things. So those things we can avoid. I'm just giving you an example of the improper review.
Okay,
Uh,
sir. Thank you. Understood.
yeah. So now, like how AI is changing the game. So how can we fix these challenges? So AI is stepping in to help make sure that peer reviews smarter, faster, and more consistent. So these are the tools are popular. So if you see the GitHub Copilot is popular, and also CodeRapid, Snikes, and also Codium AI. Now it's a Codo, and Bito is a complete code review agents. So let's check the certain things like how AI enhances PRs. Like GitHub Copilot is known for code suggestions. So using the GitHub Copilot, if you install it with, if you integrate with the Xcode or Visual Studio Code, we can improve our code, and also we can implement the changes also. And if you see the code rabbit, it will provide you line by line review comments. It will check each line by line, and it gives a review for those things. And also it provides you the sequence diagram. And automated security checks like Snike, you know the Sonar Cube that gives you security testing. Now Snike that also provides in a AI format, like it will it will help you in the SAST, static application security testing. So this helps you in the automated security checks, like hard coded password value or hard coded config file. Those things we can check using this Snake. And all these three provide you some summary generation and also faster feedback. So this will help us to focus more on the writing a good code. So let's discuss the what is the current issues here. So you can see this unuseful empty commit messages. So we are not sure what is these fixed PR comments or update. We are not sure what is actually actual commit going on. So to avoid those things, we need to have proper comments. So first we will discuss about the GitHub Copilot. So there are some features, and GitHub Copilot helps developers while coding also. It suggests the entire functions and code fixes, and also even PR improvements like inline code completion. So it automatically predicts the next code, and it provides you to complete the code. And also AI chat assistants, like how we have a ChatGPT, and it uses the ChatGPT language, large language model, and also code review. So we can see the code review in the GitHub repos. And if you see GitHub Copilot under the hood, so GitHub Copilot is directly powered by OpenAI Codex, like GPT 3.5 and GPT 4. So it is the latest one, and we can get the latest responses. And as I told you, it gives you auto completion. It focuses heavily on the code completion and suggestions while typing itself, and also peer summaries. And it predicts the next line of code based on what you are currently writing. And next we have a Code Rabbit. So Code Rabbit features, if you see the generate summary of changes, it provides you a large amount of summary, pull request summary, along with the sequence diagram and some potential issue. Those things we can able to review in that pull request summary. And we will be getting the line by line feedback. So sometimes we might not follow the proper coding standards, and also there will sometimes the proper some variables might not used locally, but still we might have declared. So all those things they will provide you a feedback, and also it acts as a AI code reviewer as well. And if you see the Code Rabbit, powered by GPT-4 and Claude 2. So this is a large language models. This analyzes PR differences only and file context, not the full repo. So we need to provide the certain permissions for this. Then only it will analyze your code and also file context. It will not check the coding like how we have GitHub Copilot, but it combines the semantic difference parsing and LLM reasoning to write some comments on that. So we will check all about in all the flow about the Code Rabbit in the next slides. And if you see, it focuses only on the pull request differences and related files. Semantic difference parsing, which means it doesn't just see the text changes, but it tries to understand the meaning behind the code changes. So yeah. So if you see the GitHub, for example, we are having a GitHub. So we create a pull request and it received the PR event in the CodeRabbit config, and it just pre-processes the PR content and it builds the context from the PR itself, and it sends the context to the LLMs and the large language model that provides you a response. And post the response, we will be having a the review will be stored on the PR, and the review posted on PR by CodeRabbit. So you will be able to see the review posted in our pull request. So this is how the flow of the CodeRabbit, and we can explore here. Thing, some I don't know who drawn some blue images. Someone clear it. Uh,
You can see the side annotation and you can check the clear option. When you click on annotation, you can see the delete icon.
yeah, thank you. Yeah, we can have a CodeRabbit review for it's the same like what we have discussed in the previous one. So yeah. So review posted on the PR. So like once a pull request event comes in, and it the code rabbit config file that pre-process the request, and then it requests to the multiple large language models, and it provides the response, and hence you can see the process this LLM response, and then the review posted and review stored in the PR. So these are the flows. You can check in the official website. And you might be asking whether the data will be stored for the training the models or not. So first, the no data from code reviews is used to train the models. And if you see LLM queries are short-lived, so and also temporary storage with conversation, so we can make a conversation with the CodeRabbit in the pull request. um, in the pull request you can have a chat, and that will be suggest you that differences, and at that time point at that particular time it will store this information, and it compliant to this GDPR, and this is a high level security. And last week we will be speaking about this Nike code and its features called AI-driven static analysis tool. And if you see, for example, SonarQube is good for static analysis, and now we have a Snake code that gives you AI-driven one, and also it provides you automated PR checks, and also it is automated security reviewer. Mainly it deals with the security one, and it will not check the complete code like how CodeRabbit does or GitHub Copilot does. And as I told you, it's powered by Deep Code AI, static code analysis, and machine learning models. And if you see NVD, it's National Vulnerability Database. So it trained on these public vulnerability database. So they will constantly update their database. They have their own database. There's a Snake database, and uses semantic analysis and abstract syntax trees. So semantic analysis is nothing but it understands the logic of the code, and the abstract syntax trees that basically it break the code into structure. So from that it will review the code, and you can see the cheat sheet of Snake, and then there are 8 security code review best practices. Sanitize and validate all input, and never store the credentials in the code or a config, and enforce the least privilege principle. So always ensure the secure authentication, and new vulnerabilities in our dependencies, because we do have public dependencies for public frameworks that might introduce new issues. So we need to focus on this, and also handle the sensitive data. So we need to protect against some attacks or a statically test. So Snake that helps you in the static application security testing. So let's walk through the demo. Uh, just a moment. So for example, we will take this AI review Swift code. So I have created a normal Swift one, and if you see Swift application, and if you see this is like a creating task, a simple Swift application I have written. So I have followed the MVVM architecture. So let's try with the GitHub Copilot because it helps you in the code. It will help you in the developing the code as well. So let's use the GitHub Copilot. So you can install this GitHub Copilot for Xcode, and you can have we can have in Visual Studio Code also. But most of the iOS developers we use Xcode, so that's the reason I am using this Xcode for demo purpose.
Mozambique, del contra.
So first I will just show what is the current status of the code.
Yo,
So here we can simply add the task, that is the functionality we have. So I will just ask um, GitHub Copilot to create to display the total and completed task. So it is taking these three references. So you can see it has created one more SwiftUI view. So here you can see the options. We can use GPT or Claude or Gemini. So there are available LLMs in GitHub Copilot. So first I will copy this code and I'll just right click, and now we have a new feature in Xcode. We can create a new file from the by using the clipboard, and it creates you a new SwiftUI view. So for now we have some issues like completed task. So it just provided you task summary view. So we can ask some more functionality to add to mark task as completed. So same like it uses the four references that I have attached. So it will be updated with the current existing code. So we need to check where to update. You can see the content view and you can see the new task. So this one we need to. sorry. So we have the new task title, and here we need to add just the task summary. You can see the due date is missing. So now you can see this new feature from the GitHub Copilot. So you can see the full suggestion, and then you can press the tab. So it will create you new suggestions. And similarly for overdue, so you can see this complete code, and then once you accept the suggestion, you can just press the tab key. So let's review the issues. So we have so now the error has been resolved. So the completed task and overdue tasks were not available in this task summary view. So we have added these three properties. Similarly, we can add here. So the GitHub Copilot provides you the complete code, and so now let's check the content view. So now you can see the total task is 1 and completed task. I'm just adding each task. So I'm just completing the second task. So you'll be able to see here. So now Copilot has provided you the code suggestion, and so we are able to complete this task. So now I'm trying to commit those changes to the branch. So let me create a new branch. I'm pushing the changes. So I have pushed the code changes to this A review branch, and you can see the. Let me refresh. So you will be able to see this A review branch, and here you can see this latest update. Like A review had recent pushes. So let's compare and take a pull request. So now you can see in my pull request in this window, you can see here the Copilot action, and also there is a chat. So you can chat. So, so you can just provide some questions. It will generate you the proper answers. So you can use this Copilot chat. And for now, we are looking in the pull request and code review, right? So we'll be using this Copilot actions. So to generate a summary of the changes in this pull request. So you can see it is generating the summary. And now you can see this in the MD format. Let's preview here. And we have created a new feature and enhancement to the task model. We have added the new due date and view model improvements as well, and also code base maintenance for better readability. So this is the AI generated pull request summary. And here you can see the reviewers. Earlier you might be seeing your leaders or managers. So here we can request the GitHub Copilot, and it will be act as a reviewer, and we can create a pull request. Before that, I would like to tell you here, and we have a rule sets. Sorry. So in the settings, you can see the rule set. So I have added this rule set, like a require a pull request before merging. So and I have a pull request review from the Copilot. So we are able to get this Copilot here, and also I'll be opening this Code Rabbit as well. This will help you to understand more better, because once we raise the pull request, it will automatically call the Code Rabbit also, because I have integrated there. So I have created this high level summary and commit status, all those things I have, and also auto assign reviewers. So this will help you to generate the pull request summary. And also we have a snake, and I have so I have added this permission for this AI Review Swift AI project. So this will help you to analyze the code statically, and So for example, for now we can have a review, and I have set this code reviewer, set the Copilot as a reviewer. Now I will be creating a pull request. Before that, you can check the my commits. These two are available. Creates a new task summary view and also changes with respect to the task summary. So let me create the pull request. Yeah. Can just wait for some time. So because you can see the Snake, Code Rabbit, and also Snake Code Sand. So those checks will be there, and you can see the Code Rabbit response. So I would like to generate doc strings. So here you can see the file selected for processing. As I told you, the Code Rabbit just select the these changes. What we marked as a changes, those only it will be reviewing the things, and you can see the commits. So these are the commits that from this commits to this commit. So we will be able to compare those changes. And before that, I would like to tell you this snake also. So I have created a workflow, so it will automatically test all those things. So I will be sharing later. So let's see the code rapid. It commented 1 minute ago. So and also Copilot that provided you a pull request overview, and these are the files they have reviewed. So they have provided you some suggestions as well. So these are the changes. So we have created only a small project. So this is how we have. These are the changes we have, and let's explore this snake. So there is some issues with the snake. And let's review the code rabbit from the beginning. So you can see the walkthrough. What are the changes and file changes, and also sequence diagram they have provided. You can also review how we have done it. So and also this is a copilot pull request overview. So I have requested for document reviews, and you can see actionable comments. There is some refractor suggestions and also some potential issues. Those it will be reviewing by the code rabbit, and you can see that some of them have been marked as unsuccessful, especially this code snake. And if you see the so there is no issue with the code. It could be the issue from the workflow. So this is a like we have used the GitHub Copilot for creating the code, and Code Rabbit for having a PR summary, and we have a sequence diagrams and also a line by line review comments, and also Snake that helps you for this security testing. And let's ask the Copilot to generate unit testing for view model. So we have got the exit test response. So we can test it also. And if you want the latest fifth testing framework response, but it's still providing you the exit test. So better you can create by yourself. Might be the models might not updated. Maybe I will check with the Claude. So now I have used this Claude 3.7 Sonnet thinking. So this will provide you the latest update. So here you can see this suits and also expect. So these are the macros available in the Swift testing framework, new testing framework. So let's integrate these two test cases. So it could be the naming issue. And let's try with the exit test. So you can see this exit test methods. So you can see this that it is taking the clone to test um, the test cases. I think it will takes more time. So I will provide you another example for this. This is a Swift testing example. Yeah. So you can see we have used the SwiftUI based uh, GitHub API client, and I have used the pure SwiftUI and also TCA. So you can see the walkthrough and also sequence diagram for these two repository list, fetch and star value flow of these two different architecture. And you can see the Copilot suggestions, and it has listed out you the potential issue, refractor suggestions, and a verification agent. I was trying to tell you, verification agent. So it is asking like what is the latest stable version of the Swift composable architecture. So we should maintain the latest version if you are using the third-party SPM. So those things, the CodeRabbit that will provide you the uh, detailed description. I will be posting in the chat. We can review this pull request, and actually I have examples in the PPT. So let's discuss in detail. Just give me a few minutes. The system got slowed down. Uh, so now I will be continuing with this slide. So I hope you are able to see my screen.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So first, let's discuss about the CodeRabbit summary list. So you can check this new features projects. It will automatically generate, and so you will be having a detailed description. And here is a walkthrough. So what are the changes we have made in these files? So those things we can able to see in this list. And this is a potential issue. So you need to find you need to provide some test coverage. Those things it will suggest you. And next, refractor suggestion. And here we can refract it might, so some code we might write large amount of code, so we need to refactor those changes. And now we have, you can see the verification agent. Yeah, so let's move to the GitHub Copilot, and you can, this is the way you need to install the GitHub Copilot in the Visual Studio Code. And here is the automated commit message. So it will help you to create the automated commit message. And you can have a settings also, like providing the commit message generation, like add, fix, those things it will create in a detailed description. I think the previously one person asked the same comments related questions. So here we can have a commit message generation, and you can see this instructions like in the coding perspective. We need to use the modern best practice, so it should be a clean code. So these things we can provide instruction to the GitHub Copilot, and that will help you in the through the chat, Copilot chat, so we can easily generate those things. And you can see this GitHub features for iOS 5th. So we can use Copilot and actions, everything using the Swift language. And you can see this empty or unuseful pull request summaries. You can see protocol witness learning. So we are not clear with what is the change about. So it should be have a detailed explanation of the commit. So in large teams, we might be waiting for PR reviews. All the developers will be busy with their tasks, their own tasks. It might take their time to review the code and approve the changes. And you can see, I can show, we can add the Copilot here. And so you can see the changes. The variable name is misspelled. So the Copilot that suggested to use the valid name. And these are the language support for the Visual Studio Code, and how to get the access. You can go with this, join the preview, and I will be sending the link after this call. And here you can see the GitHub Copilot. So we can use the homebrew. Otherwise, you can download this DMG from the official, and you can scan from this QR code, and we can able to use this GitHub Copilot for the Xcode. Similarly, you can see this example GitHub Copilot and open the chat, like how I have done in the demo session. So we can add a toggle to switch the color of the icon. So it provides you the result. And similarly, this is a hold this option for a full suggestion, and hold option and tab. It will provide you the complete code. And these are the available LLMs for the GitHub Copilot. And you'll be receiving the mail from the GitHub Copilot once you have the access. I think the 30 days free will be there for teachers or students, they can use their official mail ID to get the full access pro version. And this is the one I have demonstrated earlier for rule set. So this will automatically request pull request review from the Copilot, and this is the creating a summary, and followed by the reviewers. Yeah. So this is a Copilot response, and here you can see the snake, and you can see the hard coded value. Hard coded credentials will not be accepted by the snake, so you will be getting this error in the snake website. And previously, I have tried with the API key, and you can see the hard coded secret API key or password. It will be checked in using the SAS check by the snake, and you can see the snake code analysis. So I have used the hard coded credentials in the task view model. So I was getting this analysis report. Yeah, before that, I would like to. So let's comment code rabbit. let's try. You can see the CodeRabbit. So you can see the CodeRabbit bot has reacted with this emoji. So it will review the code and it will suggest you the um, code suggestion for this particular empty task names.
Sorry, not able to see the updates on the screen. It's only showing it's like
Oh, sorry. I'll share the complete screen desktop. So can you able to see now?
yes. Yep. Now it's okay.
So now you can see this CodeRabbit AI. So it will suggest you the empty task names. So this is how we can use the CodeRabbit or AI tools. So this is how we can interact with the CodeRabbit to get the code review and suggestions. And, so now let's see the comparison. So I hope you can able to see this slides, right?
Right.
Yeah. So for the GitHub Copilot, it's a AI coding assistant, and also it provides you the peer summary as well. And we can use the Copilot chat. And if you see the CodeRabbit, it's a peer reviewer, and it provides you the inline code feedback, and it provides you the suggestions as well. Snake is completely a security analyzer, so it detects the vulnerability based on the database, public vulnerability database, and they own their Snake database. And these are the integration available for GitHub Copilot. You can see IDEs like Xcode, VS Code, and GitHub peers. And CodeRabbit, it's a GitHub or Jira integrations. We can for a pro version we can able to integrate with this Jira integration. And if you see the Snake, similarly CI/CD pipelines, especially when we check for the security analysis, and also Dockers. So security scanning, if you see the Copilot, that doesn't provide you the security scanning. It just review the code and it suggests you the code. But if you see the CodeRabbit, it provide you the basic static analysis, especially in the Pro version. But if you see the Snake, it's completely a full security analysis. And Swift support, if you see in terms of Swift support, GitHub Copilot completely fully trained on this Swift and Swift UI, like we have seen in the demo. We are able to create the Swift UI views, and CodeRabbit that helps you in the code reviews only, and a Snake that helps you in the source scanning and also dependency, because SPM we might have some issues, security concerns in the third-party frameworks. Performance wise, you can see we can able to get the suggestion for the SwiftUI and latest frameworks. I think the Swift testing is not available, and but we need to try in different Cloud Sonnet LLMs, so we will be able to get the latest frameworks. And it just reviews the Swift PRs alone and just scan the Swift packages. And if you see the weakness of this Copilot, it may generate the incorrect insecure code if unchecked. And CodeRabbit might miss some complex architecture flaws. And Snake might report you the false positives. Accuracy, in the terms of accuracy, like Copilot is excellent for the code, and also it needs a human review for logic and security. And in terms of CodeRabbit, it's just a PR and also Snag that helps you in the security threats. My personal rating would be this Copilot stands tall because it is best for the daily productivity boost, and also it's a game changer for the coding perspective as well. We have a number of LLMs available, so we can utilize any of them. And if you see the CodeRabbit, it's a strong PR reviewer only, and Snag that helps you only in terms of the security. And ideal users, you can check out here. All developers can use this Copilot, and if you see the DevSecOps teams, they can use the Snake. And some teams might have the active PR culture, so they can use the CodeRabbit. Yeah. Takeaway, I would say the Copilot that helps you to write code faster, and CodeRabbit that ensure the code is clean and refracted. And if you see Snake that helps you the ensures the code is secure. So together they build a smarter and safer development pipeline. So what is the problem I do see? So some duplicate effort and false positives and false negatives. And there are some limited in handling non-standard code. And there are some limitations in training data. If you see the GPT-4 in Copilot, we are unable to get the Swift testing response. But when we try with the Claude Sonnet, so we were able to get it. There are some bias and limitations with the training data. So what AI can't help you, so it cannot stop you from creating larger PRs. So some of the PRs might be large amount of changes, so it cannot be good for reviewing, especially when we work in larger teams. We might have a large amount of changes from different branches, and then we might integrate to the latest branch. So in that perspective, it will not be good, and cannot understand the entire context of the code base. And since the code rabbit that checks only the differences only, but Copilot that helps you in the checking the whole code, and you cannot eliminate the human reviews. So we need to review each and everything before we apply the changes. Yes. So I would like to wrap up here. So PRs are just a teamwork, not just a code measures, and we need to review the AI reviews as well. So to have a faster and smarter reviews. So tools like GitHub Copilot, CodeRabbit that will assist you. That will not replace you. And use AI for the speed, security, and consistency. So final responsibility is we developers. We need to make sure about these things. And thank you. And I think you can connect me on LinkedIn or Twitter. Yeah. So yeah. So do you have any questions?
Anybody has a question?
Yeah.
Hey, Subhagadi, Naren here actually. So, how about this? Like once AA has provided the review and then like suggestions. So again, like once we have done, again we'll have to re-request and then like how to get the final approval. Like how will be the process actually?
Yeah. So it will suggest you these things, but if you need any like additional support from the AI tools, so you can chat here for the CodeRabbit. Otherwise, you can go with the GitHub Copilot, and you can provide. And it's not completely correct. So we need to review by ourselves. So that's my suggestion. Yeah. So if you see here, we have asked can you suggest a better validation? So we are able to get the response, but you can see the trimmed title. So we are not sure it will apply for all our suggestions.
Okay.
Hi, Sabapati. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you for your talk. I have a question. If we have hard-coded API keys in our source code, so Snake will reject that, right? How do you suggest for how do we store API keys outside of this TT source code? What are your suggestion on that? Are you able to get me?
Sorry. Yes, so there is some microphone issue. Sorry.
Oh,
Can you come again?
sure. You showed if we have API key statically coded in our code, the Snake will reject those, right? So how do you suggest to for those API keys to?
Yeah. Yeah. It provides you. So, so I have done my small testing alone. So if you see this code, from the security point of view, you can check with this Snake, and that is, they are following the national vulnerability database. So they are updated with the security things. So you can utilize this Snake as a. It can be a beginner. Later, you can proceed with the day-to-day activities. And if you see the Sonar Cube, you will be getting this security analysis also, right? So similarly, you will be having this Snake, so that helps you in the security point of view. So you can see these are the hard-coded credentials. So they will be providing you this definition of the vulnerabilities. So you can review those suggestions. Ratnesh, am I audible?
Yes,
Yeah, have I cleared your doubt?
I want to ask what is the solution to hard-coded API keys or hard-coded username password?
There are some suggestions you will be able to get it, like a use of the static variable or something.
I think you can explore more about Arcanas. They provide a way to store API keys and URLs, sensitive keys in environment file, which we are not a- we cannot allow to upload in or push into the GitHub actually. You can explore more about Arcanas. They have ways to store secrets.
Yeah, we can use the secret manager in some cloud technologies or some APIs.
So
but
basically, we can. Sorry to cut
yeah,
off. So
yeah, no
basically,
problem.
we can use environment files, and we cannot push it on repo, right? So that will be .evn file you can use for any project. In that you can store all the this credentials,
Yes, yes.
and you cannot push that file. So that will be a separate file for each dev.
Not a separate file for each development environment. We can manage the development environment in the single environment file also.
Yeah, correct. And also, Sabapati, can you
Yeah,
quickly show the process of set up this pipeline, right? Like how can we link this CodeRabbit and Snike?
yeah,
Is it possible?
sure. Yeah, sure. So you can use these options. So for adding a repository, so for now, I have these two. Let me add the other repository. So here you can see the features of the CodeRapid, and these are the permissions. And here you can select. There are two options: all repositories or only select repository. So I'm having this now. So if you want to block any access, you can block or uninstall. And here you can save. So now you'll be having the access. Now I am able to see this Code Magic webinar. So here you can see the high level summary. So whatever things you need to add it, you can apply there. And here I'm adding the auto assign reviewers.
Sorry, you sharing the screen?
Let me share again. Can you able to see my screen?
See,
Can you confirm?
Oh, I can see.
yeah, now I can see.
So yeah, you can able to set those things here, and also you can enable the chat. These are the ways we can add it. And if you want to add Jira keys, those things you can have. And currently you can see the pull requests on.
So we just need to grant access to that repo, and it will automatically observe all the pull requests and
Automatic.
changes,
Yeah,
right? Oh, okay, got
exactly.
it.
This
And
is
what
a
about
code
Snake?
rapid. Snake, you can check here the same thing. So now I'm adding the repository. So I'm just adding this Code Magic again. Yeah. So now you will be having 4 projects.
Are these all free?
No, I'm using the free version. So 30 days for this Nike and 14 days trial for this CodeRabbit. And you can use the this GitHub Copilot chat for a GitHub free for 30 days. You'll be able to using. It's a straightforward. You can add these things and it will observe the pull request.
Okay, got it. Yeah, thanks.
You can have an integration with other, and similarly you can have integrations with Jira or something.
Or also, is there any free tool that we can use to generate a code? And so I'm using this Codium, but that is not available for Xcode. Like it's only
I
available
think you
for
can use the yeah, correct. I think you can use this pinned. That's completely free. You can install in the Visual Studio Code. And there are other Cursor AI. I think you might have come across with this, but it's 14 days.
it's a paid, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it's a paid.
Podium is free, but that is available for Visual Code only, not for Xcode.
Not for Xcode. Yeah.
Can we use the GitHub MCP server for this?
Sorry.
Can we use GitHub MCP server?
You can use the GitHub Copilot. So if you have the access, I think it is available. You can try this GitHub Copilot. So that helps you in generating. So I'm using the GitHub Copilot. So I'm using this extension. So you can try this. It's completely free. You can integrate with the Visual Studio Code and also Xcode.
What are the steps to automate the PR review from the GitHub Copilot?
What are the steps to automate, right?
Yes, automate the PR reviews using Copilot.
I think you just review this code and pull request summary, and it provides you code. That's it. We can automate the usage of unit testing or something. Yeah.
I didn't get it. Sorry.
Yeah, I think you can use this GitHub Copilot for this code session, but a code review that is.
Copilot for from the chat itself, I have to ask it to
Yeah,
review
you
the
can
code.
ask. Yeah, you can ask here. You can use this feature in
But
the.
they are not providing the proper PR review, no,
I think
proper commits for the PR review.
Yeah, I
can,
think.
we can have a YML file for that, or is it like you showed some YML file before in the during the
Yeah, that is a snake you can use for. Yeah, here I'm setting up the snake for to test the all projects. So I have created a snake token. So here the settings.
We are using YML file for what purpose?
Yeah, here I have created a token
Mhm.
and I'm using this token. Yeah, let me open. Yeah. And applying in this snake. Also. So here I have added this personal access token. So you'll be able to get the PR updates. So here I'm adding this in the workflow, secrets.snake token. So through this we can able to get our flow for creating based on the pull request. It will review our code and it provides you the SAST result.
Do GitHub Copilot also have these workflow actions or
I
in
think you don't require because because we have added in the rule set, right?
okay, yeah, right.
Yeah, and I demonstrated earlier, right? So you can have a rule set. So before merging, it will review your code.
Right, right. But we need to click on the request button manually, right?
Yeah. Here, if you see the rule set, it will automatically create. Yeah. You need to add it in the review. Yeah, correct.
Yeah. Hi. Can you hear me?
Hi. Yes, Abdul.
Yeah. So, my question is, how can convince the team to integrate the Xcode, with GitHub Copilot?
Yeah, generally, some teams won't allow to use for the usage of AI, and so you can just request your team. But maybe organization standards will not approve you. Maybe for use,
Because
it will be useful for personal projects or
yeah,
freelance
because
projects.
they fear about exposing the code to the LLM.
Yeah, but it has a security standards. But in some organization, they collaborate with the certain AI thing, and it will be secure within the organization. So like that, you can go with. I think you can check with the GitHub Copilot organization, so it might be secure. Yeah,
Oh, thank you.
thank you. I could see Asif's question. GitHub MCP server. Yeah, exactly. Model context protocol that has been recently released. You can check with this. So that is similar to like how we have a API service call. So it internally calls communicate with the LLMs. So we can have a separate server. Maybe you can check out the official documentation.
Okay. So anybody has any other question? Okay. So thank you all of, okay, we have a, yeah. So we have one more question. Can you please check in the chat?
Yeah. Yeah, Asif, do you think GitHub MCP server will automate all the manual workflow of repos? I don't think so. I have limited knowledge in the MCP. I need to review. And if you see the cursor, you can easily add the MCP servers. And maybe in the next session, I will update you.
So thank you all of for joining us today's event. Your presence and participant made the truly this special, and we hope you found valuable and insightful. And if you have any feedback and follow-up question, feel free to reach out us and stay connect with us for more session and update. And before the wrap up this session, I request to start your camera so we can make a memory and take a group picture. Thank you so much, guys, for joining this session. Have a good
Thank-
day. Enjoy your weekend.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Bye bye. Yeah.